55, mostly sunny, lower 50s on Sunday. We're in the 60s and 70s next week. That's your forecast from Storm Team 12. I'm meteorologist Jake Dunn.
Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH Wichita, KNSS HD2 Clearwater, and Odyssey Sports Station.
Hey Wichita, it's Jacob Albrock. Stay right there for the latest breaking in sports talk. It's Sports Daily coming up next, exclusively on 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Jim Rome here with your Rome Report. With arguably the biggest game of the NFL season only hours away, I've got a question for Ramstar wideout Puka Nacua. What are you doing, bro? And what is your brother doing? Tonight's game with Seattle is not only for first place in the NFC West, but probably for the top seed overall in the NFC too. And the only thing worse than streaming live from the locker room after a game, ignoring that it's against team policy, and ignoring teammates in the background telling you to shut it down, is then trying to smuggle a couple of streamers into the facility on a short week before the biggest game of the year. Not to mention rehearsing a potentially deeply offensive celebration dance in the event that you do find the end zone. Oh, and maybe tell Big Bro to stop stealing cars belonging to members of the LA Lakers, reportedly. Puka, keep the main thing, and show up and show out tonight. And then maybe this is no thing. In your case, you better hope so. I'm Jim Rome. Remember, you can follow me on Instagram at Jim Rome.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com. 1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH, this is Sports Daily.
Hey there, everybody. Welcome into a Friday edition of Sports Daily. Last Friday show of the year. We're excited about it. We'll make some football picks. We will get you the very latest on the Kansas City Chiefs and perhaps the Kansas City Royals as it pertains to the state of Kansas. Pretty big needle-moving news yesterday that we'll get into, dig into. We've been all over that after the last 12 hours or so. So we'll have that for you as well. It's all coming to you here on KFH, where you can call us at 869-1240. You can leave us video messages, comments, commentary, questions, Facebook, YouTube, X. You can leave us voice messages on the Odyssey app. Thanks for watching us as well on 12 News Connected here. So those are all available for you. We'll have those topics. We'll get you ready for the football weekend. We'll get you ready for the basketball weekend, the college basketball weekend. It's all what's on tap, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, now pouring the brand new seasonal Bach Lager. Bach, yeah, a cold beer that'll give you a warm feeling. Bach Lager available at all 3 WBC brew pubs, east near Central and Woodlawn, west at 13th and Tyler, and in historic Delano at Handley. Wichita Brewing Company, pizza and beer made here. Jacob Albrock, TJ Cleveland, Max Power producing. Good morning, TJ. How are you?
It's Friday. Mike's muted. Sorry. As I mentioned yesterday, all I keep thinking about is the fact that about 3:30 in the newsroom, I told you that I feel like I've got the senioritis to get to Christmas, and then 30 minutes later, we receive word that the Chiefs might move to Kansas. This is
you shouldn't have
the
said that out
wildest,
loud.
wildest 2.5 week span in maybe Kansas sports history going down in the month of December, where it's typically the only thing that matters is a bowl game, and we don't even have one of those this December. So the show goes on, as they say.
We should have had a bowl game, right? That was one of the stories that you're mentioning. We were supposed to, and then we didn't. So yeah, look, it's been an interesting stretch of days here. We'll miss them when they're gone, but they're here. They're here. Chiefs news yesterday. We'll dig into this, but just as we browse the headlines here, the Chiefs yesterday, and Sorin Petro had it first that the Chiefs are meeting with lawmakers in Topeka. And to paraphrase him, somebody would really have to screw it up, or they'll announce the Chiefs are going to come over to Kansas. We saw that. TJ saw that. Our newsroom saw that. Started to get in touch with lawmakers who could confirm to us that a meeting was happening, not necessarily that the Chiefs would be there, but the group that has been involved in trying to bring them over, the LCC, not LLC, LCC, is meeting, in fact, on Monday. And so, basically, we should be there on Monday in Topeka. So something is happening. No reason to doubt Sorin Petro's reporting on that. It sounds like there is a real chance. Kansas Commerce Commission is getting involved now, saying they're aggressively, they're trying to deny without denying. It sounds like the final deal could be in place.
It's basically at this point, it's the Department of Commerce, and I imagine the Chiefs are having a little bit too, because there's been a little bit of reporting coming out later last night about it's not 100%. I think that's them just hedging themselves just in case something doesn't happen. But it sounds like the things that are happening wouldn't be happening unless something is going to be happening, basically, is the best way to put that.
Yeah, look, it's not like until the deal's done, especially in the business world like this, until the deal's done, it's not done, right? Yep. Things can happen at the last minute. Missouri could come in with something at the last minute. But we've been at this a long time. And if something is in place and you're starting to hear these things, then yeah, I mean, look, this could be the time. Now, the interesting part, and we'll dig into all of that in the next segment. The interesting part is none of that mentions the Royals. We don't know what's going on with the Royals. There were more statements put out that we'll read to you in a little bit about the Royals piece of this. So what does all of it mean collectively? Remember, they put in the money potentially to do the star bonds for both the Chiefs and the Royals. So that matters too. So we'll go through this. We'll go through this from the state of Kansas's perspective. Obviously, we'll give you our opinions on it. We're all voters, right? We all have an opinion on this. We're all entitled to one. So we'll dig in a little bit on that. And to the I can't tell if people are joking or if they're real, but I love it. People fearing that the Chiefs are moving to Topeka is pretty funny.
Hilarious.
Whether they're joking or not.
I'm telling you, the biggest thing that I've learned out of yesterday is that I think that maybe 75% of Kansans don't know what the capital of the state is, because either one
Missourians.
I don't. Yeah, it's true. Maybe both. I think the fact of they are you see the ones where it's like Topeka, what? Why Topeka? And then you see the other side of it of the Chiefs will meet in Topeka, and it's why are the Chiefs meeting in Topeka? What's the big deal about Topeka?
Yeah.
Why are they going there?
It's those are your Missouri Chiefs fans. I don't think anybody in the state of Kansas is. You guys
never seen that giant Capitol building? That's what happens there. They do business.
Real quick, what's the capital city of Missouri?
Jefferson City. Try me, Jacob. Right. I could go. I might go 50 for 50 on Capitol. That was that kid.
Vermont.
All right, I can't do 50 for 50. Vermilion. That's in South Dakota.
Montpelier.
That was kind of close.
New Hampshire.
Rhode Island?
Rhode Island's a state.
That's a state. I have no idea.
Wow, 50 for 50. How about 0 for 4?
0 for 2.
Oh, man. Jefferson City, though, had I not just looked that up, might have taken me a minute, just a second to remember that.
I can do my surrounding states, probably.
Yeah. I'm trying to what are some of the weird ones? I can give you my surrounding. What about I just gave it away, New Mexico.
Is it Albuquerque?
Yeah, it is. But you get up into that Northeast, and it's
those are. I don't even think I could. I don't even think if you gave me a map, I could name all the states up there because they're all
Maine. What are we doing here? What about New York? New York's kind of a tough one.
Is it Buffalo?
I think it's Albany, isn't it?
Oh, it's Albany. You're right. I knew it was Western New York.
Yeah. It's not as easy as it was when I was in the, I don't know, probably 4th grade, 5th grade, whenever it was that we learned all that. But yeah, that's why they're in Topeka, Missouri fans, if you're listening. That's funny though. God, that was funny to see that reaction. The Topeka Chiefs. Like, I couldn't stop laughing at that yesterday. So I'll have
I
the very
saw.
latest on that. Not to worry. It's coming. Thursday Night Football was awesome. That's why I'm groggy this morning. 38-37. Seahawks win it. Just an absurd game with some crazy things happening in it. That is just the 2-point conversion at the end of the game. The fact that Seattle even came back down 15 in the fourth quarter. It was so good with stars all over the place. Matt Stafford, Puka Nacua, unstoppable right now. What a game. That was as good as we could have hoped.
It's true. Did you see any of the Sean McVay press conference afterwards?
I didn't. No, it was already late enough. I immediately.
I know.
went to
I happened to walk in the door while they were doing the post game show and caught that, and it was only about 4 minutes long, and it is the most unhinged press screaming at reporters screaming at him about every single question was about Puka. Then he tried to stop himself because he knew he was getting unhinged. It was listen, that was a really good football game, and went on this big football rant and then stopped. And somebody said, "Well, have you talked to Puka? What's Puka saying about this?"
Is that really what everybody was asking him about?
Did you see the tweet?
After the game about
tweeted after the game and talked crap on the refs
conversion call. I don't care that Puka got on there and complained about the refs.
It's just after everything else happened.
That was an incredible game. Puka apologized for something he clearly didn't understand and was clearly led astray on. He complained about the refs. Come on, man. That was an incredible game. I'm with Sean McVay on that. Get out of here. Ask it once, okay, and then let's move on.
I do think they would have gotten there, but they only got about 3.5 minutes of McVay after that because he just walked out.
Oh my goodness, I'm gonna have to go find that. All right, we'll come back. We'll talk about the Chiefs though. Maybe we'll get into the Puka story at the end of the hour before picks next hour. We're coming right back.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
310-1 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
we investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Is on KFH.
All right, welcome back into Sports Daily here on a Friday. It's a busy one, as we have had for the last 2-3 weeks. Basically, every story seems to be breaking at just about the same time. If you missed any of that first segment, a little bit of context here. Kansas City Chiefs may be coming to Kansas. We've seen an official meeting be called on Monday for the LCC, the group that's led the charge for the Chiefs, potentially coming across state lines. Soren Petro reporting that the Chiefs are expected to be at that meeting, and barring any mess-ups, it should be the meeting that announces the Kansas City Chiefs coming to the state of Kansas. Nothing's confirmed on that yet, only Soren's reporting, and now our speculation about what it all means. We talked about a little bit of inside baseball there in the first hour, in the first segment, excuse me, and now, I imagine we dig in even deeper into this, Jacob.
Yeah, look, and just again, full disclosure for everybody, like there's a lot of opinion going into this and speculation. It's kind of like just connecting the dots, right? So you see things like this from reputable people like Soren Petro, and you're like, okay, there's something here. Let's look into this. There's been a lot of this though, and that also comes from people who've had real conversations, with people in the organizations because they have those relationships. And sometimes it doesn't pan out completely. And sometimes it does without, like, people, I think, are so ready for this to be at a conclusion that anytime there's anything, like, we all want to jump there. This one does seem like it has more legs than normal. Like, this feels as close as it's ever been. I will say that. But again, like, until a dotted line is signed and you get some sort of official announcement, you have to leave the possibility open that something could change last minute. If Missouri is reading these same reports and hearing these same things, you better believe that they've been on the phone all night to say, do we have anything else left in us? Like, can we get any, like, what else do we have? They were never going to be able to offer what a star bond could offer the Chiefs. And we're just talking about the Chiefs. We'll get to the Royals part of this in a little bit. Missouri can't do that. So when they made their pretty good offer, it was like, okay, I think the Chiefs were seriously considering, do we take that because we could stay here and do all these things? And at the end of the day, if the state of Kansas is really offering the amount of money to help you do what you're trying to do, like it's pretty hard to turn that down when you're not alienating your fan base at all. Like people can say, Chiefs fans can say, oh, it's not at Arrowhead. But the reality is for most people driving to one of these proposed sites versus driving to where Arrowhead is, it's the same drive. And going across the state line means nothing. Who cares?
Listen, this is the one thing I brought up last, because people are like up in arms about this. And, as we are, we're Kansans and we're, we have rooting interests of what side of the state line it's on because, benefits our
Not
state.
everybody agrees on that.
I agree. And Arrowhead's the part that those are kink and all that stuff. But people in Missouri and I get it. It's an emotional day whenever you think that Arrowhead Stadium might be going away. They're saying, I'm never going to a Chiefs game again. If they're moving to the Kansas side, I won't be making the trip over there. It's like, guess what? Franchises move states. They move across the country. They moved 10 minutes. It's going to be okay. Take a deep breath.
Kansas City from Dallas in the first place.
I know. Like, do you remember when the story broke about whenever the vote didn't pass 2 years ago now, and the Texas governor was like, "Hey, we'd like to have you back down here," and everybody's like, "No, what?" It's like that could have been a thing. I don't think it ever was going to be a thing, but like teams do that. Like Kansas City,
they shouldn't. And they should. They're holding people hostage. Like I don't agree with any of that.
I agree, but like it's fortunate for Kansas Cityans that they can move states, get a new stadium, and still be 10 minutes from your house. We're fortunate to have a giant city split down the middle of two states.
It doesn't change anything for the fans to drive there, except that they'll probably get a nice new stadium with a roof, and you won't have to make the decision of, do I really want to pay $500 to go sit out in 15-degree weather right now? Which is a big deal for the Chiefs, and it's becoming a bigger deal, and it's going to be a very big deal in years in which you miss the playoffs. You think anybody's going to go to that final home game at Arrowhead Stadium? Probably not. And that's a big deal, especially if the weather sucks. So look, these people, NFL owners, get rich for a reason. Most of them are going to take the thing that's the best business decision. And the best business decision has always been Kansas, because Kansas is offering to help you pay for so much of the massive project that you're trying to take on, and you don't have to share any of the money that you make off of it. It's a hell of a deal, right? It's why a lot of voters don't want to do these kinds of things. I get it. This one's a little different. I've always said for the state of Kansas, the Chiefs, speaking just to the Chiefs, would become our greatest entertainment export of the state. It gives you a chance at Super Bowls, gives you a chance at massive state income tax infusion. There are things here, and Star Bonds are designed to do this for a reason. And there have been Star Bonds that work tremendously, and there have been some that are like, I don't know, maybe. I think a football stadium would work, because I think you get Super Bowl, at least one, if not two here. You're going to get like events like if the World Cup comes, not that it's coming again, but something like that, that now comes over here. That money comes over here. So it makes a lot of sense on the Chiefs end. I think Kansas, the other thing is too, it's been so bipartisan for the most part. There was one little tiny wrinkle there where they tried to make it partisan on us. And that has seemed to subside a little bit. And the only partisan there was, well, look at the other side not doing their job. Hey, look at there. Like there was just a moment of that. But everybody in Topeka, future home of the Topeka Chiefs, everybody there is seemingly thinking this is a good idea. I haven't heard many like decision makers say, yeah, I think the numbers add up here. So, but look, I get it. I get not wanting to pay billionaires, pay for their toys that they get to play with, and you don't. I get it. I totally get it. I do. I get it from the fact of we're in here.
I get it from the fact of I'll say this. I'll preface. Missouri probably they're on that stance. Like, you guys are billionaires. Like, why are we paying for your stadium? If Kansas has the opportunity to do this, like, they did it right. You're supposed to do this. If you can bring the NFL to your state, shell out the money. Pay for 70%. I think it.
Hang on though, it's not that simple. Like if you're going to lose money, that's not the right decision.
No, but if it's the NFL, chances are you're not going to lose money unless you're going to build a $10 billion stadium.
Chances are, I agree, but there's a risk there. Listen, in this, like, I am a risk. We've opened 2 businesses. Like I'm a risk taker, so I get that side of it. But there's no promise at the end of the tunnel that this thing pays for itself. There's no promise that it's a positive financial investment 20 years from now. If we look back at it, there's no promise of any of that. You're taking a risk here, but it feels to me like an appropriate risk for the state of Kansas. Yeah. It feels appropriate to me.
This is the way, like, we talk about this analogy a lot. If you're at the blackjack table and this is the hand that you've got in front of you, you're supposed to hit. This is how you play the game. They're doing it right. I think the conversation to have on Sports Talk Radio this morning is the fact of, you're going to miss Arrowhead Stadium? Where is Arrowhead Stadium at for you? You're not from Kansas, but nostalgia-wise, is there something there?
Yeah, look, I'm not from the state of Kansas. The Texas Rangers are my favorite team of any team that I've invested the most money in, been to the most games of, and they built a new stadium literally across the sidewalk from the old one. The old one, which was my very favorite place to be.
It's a cool place.
It's a great stadium. And I was very sad. I'm like, really? They need to do this? And then I went to the first game at the new place in the air conditioning, and not 107 degrees and humid in Dallas, Fort Worth in July. And I'm like, okay, yeah, this was probably the right call. And it sucks because that stadium's just sitting there, and it's a beautiful, wonderful place.
My take on it from the start of this thing, and I've said it on the radio before because we've now been talking about this for 2 years, I believe. I need to look up what day it was.
That's right.
It's been 2 years. I am under the impression that Arrowhead Stadium, I started kind of, rolling my eyes a little bit whenever in the press releases the Chiefs started calling it historic Arrowhead Stadium, where it's like, I mean, it's old, but like Arrowhead Stadium isn't Lambeau. It's not Wrigley Field. It's not Fenway Park. It's not even Allen Fieldhouse. Like, if the Chiefs, it's old. It's not historic. Like, that's the thing, like, it's a stadium. And if the Chiefs didn't win the 3 Super Bowls that they've won in the last decade, it wouldn't be historic. If they were still terrible like they were a decade ago, people would say, like, let's get a new stadium. What are we going? Why are we going to sit in this concrete jungle? Then we could have something nicer, like, what's the big deal? There's no relevant memories in the stadium. Now there is, and it makes it hard.
I agree. I agree that I don't agree that it's not historic. I do think that it's historic, like, from not being here. Like, it's one of this because of the way it's shaped, because of the reputation for noise that it has. It's the blimp shot of Arrowhead is one of the iconic ones.
That's cool.
But again, at the end of the day, you're making decisions with your wallet on whether you're going to go to a football game. And a lot of the time, and it's been amplified now that they've become good, a lot of the time you're making that decision like you're paying to go be miserable.
I know.
And there aren't a lot of fan bases wired like Buffalo, New York, and Green Bay. Like,
this is the thing, though. Like, we talked about this, and this is a really good argument for it, because I know that there's people out there that are saying it's football. It's supposed to be played in the elements. And I'm kind of with them. It's cool. Whenever it snows, it's cool. Whenever it rains, it's kind of cool. Like, Bills games in the snow are awesome. Steelers games in the snow are awesome. Packers
on
games
television.
No, those are fun to go to, even if it's snowing outside. Like, that is cool to watch football as the snow comes down. It doesn't snow during football season in Kansas City. It snows in February and March in Kansas City for some reason. It doesn't come until later in the year. So we don't get the pretty games on TV. We get the miserable games where the field is frozen when they're playing the Dolphins in the divisional round. Like, that's it. It's not the same. Like, if there was the allure of snow games, I probably would say keep Arrowhead Stadium. But they don't have snow games. Like, how many snow games have been in Arrowhead Stadium in the last decade?
Not very many. Not very many.
I know. Like,
I'm glad.
That's my biggest argument to that. It's like,
it's old. Real quick, we just got an email, so I can't put it up on screen, but this is awesome. Bryce, who's a great listener, emails in and said we might want to stick to sports. New Mexico's state capital is Santa Fe, not Albuquerque. Thanks, Bryce. That's awesome. That's correct. Geography has gone way out of the memory banks. The things I'm hanging on to, I can't hang on to much these days. State capital is clearly not one of them. Thank you, Bryce. If you missed our state capital experiment, that was That was in the last segment. You can listen on the Odyssey app. I agree. Look, the snow thing, all of that. It's like you're competing against the comfort of your home in front of an 80-inch TV. I'd rather watch a team play in snow. I'm not going to go sit in it. I'm not going to pay $500 to go sit in it. And so you put a dome on it. That also like opens up the possibilities of the things you can do. You got a dome on that stadium. You can have concerts all year long. Make it retractable if you want to. If you want to play a game in the snow, like play a game in the snow.
I think the thing that like, and I'm not going to, play coy here for listeners that are saying this. Like, we get to go cover the games. Like, we don't pay to go sit in these stadiums. Like, that's our job. We do that. Like, and I don't want to make it seem like we're, oblivious to the fact that people are paying to go to these games and stuff like that. And like, it's like, yeah, Final Fours are cool and everything like that. And whenever they build this thing, I mean, look at Jerry World. Cowboys tickets have always been expensive, but you know how hard it is to get a ticket in Jerry World that's not $300? Like, that's the scary part of this as well. If you build a nice stadium, it's going to drive up the demand. Chances are, with the trend that stadiums are going to, it's going to hold fewer capacity. It's going to make it more expensive to go to a game potentially too. Like, that's a part of this.
It will be, and it's probably not going to be as big.
But the thing is, speaking from a business standpoint about the Kansas City Chiefs and not from a fan standpoint, Chiefs are going to sell it out anyways.
Right. Look, from a business perspective, to me, this has always been an easy decision. Like, there's just some nostalgia for the Hunts. But from a business perspective, you've got the state of Kansas offering you a state-of-the-art retractable roof stadium or dome stadium, and they're willing to pay for what does the Starbound give it? 70%? Like,
that's the biggest thing.
70% of it. Like, come on. Like,
we were talking about it last night. Me, Schwenke, and Rachel Hackbarth last night. Of Rachel saying like, so why has this taken so long? Like, what's the deal? Like, are they gonna have to like pay for it? I'm like, well, Kansas is gonna pay for 70%, and she's like, so why haven't they taken this? I'm like, because Arrowhead Stadium just means stuff to people, and it's basically just weighing.
Certainly means stuff to the Hunt family.
Yeah, it's basically like, do we want to break people's hearts and maybe move away from Arrowhead? How much is it worth to you? And Kansas has given you the number figure of saying, we will pay for $700 million of your $1 billion stadium. Like, what do you think of that?
This number was Missouri's offer was 50%. I think that was their final best offer. Yeah. So, I mean, you're talking about a lot of money. And again, there is a ton of risk involved here. Like, I don't think this is a slam dunk for the state of Kansas. Like, this could not pay for itself. But I think the Star Bond lessens the blow if that happens. The way it's designed is so perfect for this because most of it gets paid as a use tax, right? Like a sales tax around the arena. So the idea, again, for people is that people that are using it pay for it, but that's a lot. I mean, that is a lot of money.
It's going to be a lot of money, and it's going to take some time.
It's going to take a minute, but at the same time,
the biggest moneymaker in America, is the NFL, basically,
entertainment-wise. But you're getting like all those salaries, they come over here. There's state income tax. The jobs probably don't change as much as people want to make that sound because people can drive across the border and work. But it'll be some. And now it'll be up to the lawmakers to make sure, and our job in our news hats to make sure the lawmakers are doing everything that they can to make sure all the jobs to build this thing stay in the state of Kansas, as many as that can reasonably be expected, right? I don't know how many architects there are in the state of Kansas that can design NFL football stadiums, but there might be, and you at least should start there. And there shouldn't be a construction company hired that's not from the state of Kansas. Like, all of that money needs to stay home. Like, we're footing the bill for this thing. Now we don't need to hire, outside forces to come in and build it and collect all the money, which happens all the time. So this isn't so like, hold hands, kumbaya, like, okay, maybe it happens now on Monday. Now, though, lawmakers better do their part. If we're paying 70% of this thing, we've got some things we're going to need you to agree to on this.
It's a big deal. I don't know. It's interesting. I've definitely moved in from the camp of saying, like, I was gung-ho about moving to Kansas and building the dome, and I still am on that side of it. But I think as the time has passed through all this stuff, I've grown to Arrowhead a little more and the idea of keeping Arrowhead. So I'm kind of torn here because I agree Arrowhead has its cool things and everything like that. If you're going to build it, this is the one thing I saw yesterday, and it's completely right. Like, you have to find a way to make a parking lot big enough where people can tailgate, because that's the claim to fame. Even if it's in, like, put it in Legends, wherever it's going, like, just build a giant parking lot so it's possible to still do that and find a way to make it the loudest stadium. Like, incorporate that.
Find a way
and
to
it's
try
the people,
to shape it. Try to find a way to shape it like Arrowhead would be my thing.
That's true.
Like
I've always talked about Allen Fieldhouse, that like people always talk about, and Allen Fieldhouse is a museum, but like people talk about the atmosphere of Allen Fieldhouse. You can never leave because of the atmosphere. Like, guess what? The atmosphere is the people that are in there. Like, they could go to a different place. Like, that's not the argument. Like, the loudest stadium in football can still be this stadium because they're still the same Chiefs fans, as long as it's, whatever, audibly architected. Like, Arrowhead had a little bit of that going on, but it was mostly because fans were crazy.
The Chiefs have a weather problem. The Chiefs have an entertainment problem of what they can do around the facility. All that goes away for the Chiefs. The Rangers comparison, it's all the stuff around the stadium that they've built that makes it so much fun and so awesome. That can happen now. We'll come back. We'll talk about the Royals piece of this. So what does that mean? Remember, the Starbonds were put in place for more than one team. So we'll get you the latest there as well. It's Al Brockton Cleveland making picks in the second hour. Don't go away on a Friday.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
310-1 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you
and inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on the Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospitalized from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Sports Daily is on KFH.
Welcome back into Sports Daily. Thanks to Crestview Country Club for being a great supporter of the program. My wife just went to the wine night last night. I had the bourbon tasting. She went to the wine night. She said it was awesome. Good wine, I guess, whatever that is. I couldn't tell you. But she said it was good. Said the food was good. The people were great. All kinds of different things happening at Crestview, even when it's not perfect golf weather, although the next few days would be pretty good to get out there and play the 36 holes of golf they have available. So give them a call. Never a better time to join. They tell me to tell you that the best deals you'll find are this time of year. So give them a call. Tell them we sent you from Sports Daily. Welcome back in. Quick, TJ, what's the capital of Wyoming?
Cheyenne.
Got one.
Boom.
TJ, if you go back and listen to the first segment, said he could probably go 50-50 and then proceeded to go like 0 for 5.
Called Rhode Island the capital of the state.
Yeah, and Bryce.
I'm not proud of that.
Confidently saying Albuquerque was the capital of New Mexico when it is indeed not. Santa Fe is. That one's next door. That one's a next door state from where I grew up. That one stung a little bit.
That's bad.
Thanks for keeping us in check, Bryce. I appreciate it. Okay. So the Royals piece of what we're talking about, which is the news that the Chiefs movement into Kansas could take a major step on Monday. The Royals are separate and sort of have separated. Remember, like, you got to think back to all the way to the beginning of this. It was at first a joint deal that was resoundingly rejected by Missouri voters, right? They were trying to do a twofer thing and keep all the Kaufman area and Arrowhead area together and do all these things. And people are like, no. So then the Royals, eventually the Chiefs were like, okay, well, Royals, sorry, you're on your own. Like, we got to figure out our own thing here, which was the right thing to do probably. So now the Royals are in their own situation, and they're certainly not as attractive as the Chiefs. I think everybody knows that, but they do offer 81 home games. They're not going to do an indoor Royals stadium. So in theory, it should be a cheaper stadium. I don't know that it will be because the proposals have been over $1 billion still. But they have had a little resistance to whatever that old Sprint facility.
Yeah, the Asperia campus.
Yeah, there's been a little resistance there. My thing with this is, and I think you're in alignment with me on this, it'll be hard to support both. I've always thought the best case scenario would be Chiefs to Kansas, Royals to downtown Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
But Missouri can't get its ducks in a row.
Oh,
And the offer for the Royals is still just sitting here. Like, it hasn't changed. It's the same offer the Chiefs are getting.
So basically, yeah, the news we got on that yesterday is that, Senate President released a statement saying that he still feels like the Royals are committed to Kansas, but haven't decided on their final location plan. Like, there's too many to narrow it down at this point for the Royals. Like, they're still weighing their options. And so basically saying Monday won't be about the Royals. is the layman's way to put it. But he still thinks the Royals are a very real possibility. And there's been reporting yesterday that people feel confident that they'll still come to Kansas.
So,
but
there's another piece to this. So the deal expires at the end of the year.
No, it doesn't. That's the arbitrary deadline.
There's disagreement among lawmakers on this, I think, from what I'm reading this morning. So the Speaker of the House in Kansas, Dan Hawkins, told KMBC in Kansas City that the deadline is not going to be extended and any decision will have to be made by the end of the year. That conflicts just a little bit with what Ty Masterson said, who's the Senate president, later in the day after the Chiefs stuff, which is that he's confident that the Royals are fully committed to Kansas, which in his opinion, I assume this is his opinion here, fulfills their obligation regarding the advanced timeline given from the LCC. Again, the LCC is the group that's organizing all this. That is the group that's meeting Monday. So, but he goes on to say the location proposal continues to evolve. It will not be finalized or considered this year or during the upcoming session. So you have two lawmakers here, Speaker of the House and Senate President, kind of saying two different things. One saying we're not extending that deadline again. Like it's got to be done by the end of the year. And then you have the Senate president saying, well, they're in good faith. They're doing what they need to be doing to hit that end of the year deadline. So it's fine. I don't know which is correct. That becomes a legislative issue. But it's not as cut and dry, I don't think, as the news we're getting on the Chiefs, and that critical meeting may be happening Monday. Yep. So I don't know what this means for the Royals.
I know.
They really are. They have been, in fact, more openly aggressive in their hunt in the state of Kansas than the Chiefs have.
Yeah,
they've been there. There are communities having, small protests about drinking and driving after a game right now at certain site. Like that, there are legs on the Royals for sure. There are.
No,
I don't know. Royals have had a meeting. They're not hitting a deadline in the next 2 weeks, though.
Yeah, the Royals have been most aggressive from the start because they flat out said we are not staying in this stadium. Like the Chiefs thing, it's a shock that this would happen because I didn't think that they were going to leave Arrowhead Stadium. I thought that they were too tied to it and weren't going to do it. The Royals, though, anything's on the table for the Royals at this point. And so I don't know, but I agree with you. Back to your point earlier is the fact of they want the Kansas wants them both. But I agree that I think that if they got both at one time, the amount of investment that would go into building two stadiums on this side of the state, is a real big bet. And it would probably be okay, but you'd be in the red for a while trying to pay off two star bonds at one time. So if I had to guess, they're really trying to say we're going to build this Chiefs one first and then give us a little bit of time and then we'll get the Royals one too. But you can't, beggars can't be choosers.
I don't know. And I don't know either. And again, this is also fascinating. Are they better served going to the same area? Are we better served getting them in two different areas? I don't know. That's a good question too, because I don't know. And I don't have a great answer. I mean, if Legends could have all three, those two and the racetrack, cool. Maybe that makes the most sense, but does it make the most money? I'm not sure on all of that. So this one is a little different though. You're not getting the same. And I just cannot believe Missouri would let them both go. Right? Missouri's about to have no NFL teams and one Major League Baseball team. It's one of the most populated states in this country.
Hey,
and that's what it's going to come down
to. And the Blues.
And a hockey team. You're right. Yeah. But still, you've now lost both of your NFL teams in a span of 10 years, and you're about to lose a baseball team?
I know. I'm sure Missouri. I'd say that goes most into the emotion of these Missouri people as well that are upset about this. The fact that this happened already a decade ago.
But they voted it down. Look, they could have kept them. The voters could have, but it's hard. Anytime you ask people if they want to spend money, they're going to say no. And so Kansas is. I give Kansas's government a lot of credit because I think when push comes to shove, they have, at least in my 10 years here, been able to get things done that need. And listen, there's all the stupid politicking and all that crap that goes on just fine in Topeka. But when push comes to shove, all of this to me, and I mean this in a good way, has been so predictable that that's a good sign that people can get things done when they need to. What you weren't here yet. I was on these when when betting became a possibility, well, let me go back one further step. When Clark Hunt very first mentioned, we might come over to the Kansas side, we'd be interested. This happened a long time ago. I remember at the moment, old friend of the program, Sean Logging, who used to be our political reporter, I was like, Sean, we're about to get betting. You watch. Like, we're about to get betting because that's a piece to this now. It was right when the betting thing took off. It was like, these NFL teams are getting behind this. If Kansas can get that first versus Missouri, that's a big check mark for the Chiefs if they really are considering it. Boom. I mean, they got that done overnight, basically. It's like, okay, well, they shot their shot, right? They came in and they were like, we're going to shoot it. And they did. And then all of a sudden, it's like, okay, the voters turn that down. Boom, here's a star bond. Come on over. We got a star bond waiting for you. Like, in the times of needing to come together, I give Kansas a lot of credit for that. Look what's happening in Missouri. Whether you think it's a good idea or a bad idea is not what I'm trying to say, because again, it could be a bad idea. But the fact that they've been able to move quickly, cohesively, almost all the time, not quite all the time, but almost all the time. We do have a governor's race coming up. The Missouri side can't do anything. They can't figure any of it out. Kansas, if they get this done, right, wrong, or indifferent, as far as political achievements, it's a big one, because it has taken lawmakers on both sides just kind of coming together and being like, listen, everybody, the Chiefs want to come to Kansas. Like, let's put all that other crap to the side for a minute. Let's see if we can't get the Chiefs over here.
That's what I'm saying. It's the way that you have to handle it if you are a lawmaker or a politician in the state of Kansas. If you realize that you have a chance to bring the NFL to your state that's never been here before, I don't think Municipal Stadium was or the old Chief Stadium was ever in Kansas. But it's a big deal. It's a really big deal. So the Royal side of it's very interesting, but I don't know.
It's a big opportunity that a state like Kansas doesn't get all that often. Yeah. Smaller states don't get these sorts of opportunities that often, which is why you have to offer up. That's why the Star Bond exists in the first place, is to try to put Kansas on the map for some things like this. This is what it was designed for. Again, not all of them work. Some of them work fantastic. Some of them don't. That's what it's here for, though, for this very reason. And it sounds like Monday, for those just jumping in, that we could be like, I know that there's been a lot of movement on this and it's taken a long time. This is as close as you're going to get to significant news on this. There are 4 days before then that something could change, but it sure sounds like we're talking a big time announcement Monday for the Chiefs, not the Royals. Nothing on the Royals. So we got two different things here, back to the original point. And the Royals, again, before yesterday, the Royals have had far more movement than the Chiefs have, at least publicly. They've been buying land. They've been holding forums with voters and people and citizens and all of these things. And here sneak in the Chiefs. Like, I hadn't thought about the Chiefs moving to Kansas. I don't even know when the last time I thought about that was. It's been a minute.
I didn't even, going back to the original vote that we keep talking about, the Jackson County voters to build the downtown stadium and revamp Arrowhead. When that failed, that was me just saying, oh, well, I guess the Royals just have to find the new place to go. Never in my mind was like, well, the Chiefs are gone. Like, what?
No, listen, there have been parts of this where I was like, it's 50-50. People ask me that all the time. What do you think the chances are? For a minute, it's like, guys, I think it's like 50-50. Like, that Star Bond's a lot of dang money. When the Chiefs indicated that they might stay, like, there was a moment, I don't even remember what exactly happened, probably within the last 3 or 4 months, maybe. There was a moment there where I was like, I think they're going to stay. I think they're going to stay. I think the allure of being at Arrowhead. It's when Missouri, it's what it was. It's when Missouri put their offer together and the Chiefs didn't immediately be like, yeah, but they're offering us 70%. Like, you're only offering us 50%. Like, that's neat. When it wasn't real obvious at that point, I was like, God, he may just, like, the family pull, the name, all of it may not be able to take him away from Arrowhead.
I agree.
But again, the risk on that for the Chiefs, your fans are the same fans. They drive in a different direction from Kansas City to get to the stadium. The same amount of time, basically, for a lot of them, less time for a lot of them. It's irrelevant. They're still the Kansas City Chiefs. They're still in Kansas City.
One of my favorite posts from yesterday is somebody saying, after we've had to convince people for so long that Kansas City is in Missouri, we're going to have to backtrack all of that now.
I love that too. I thought about that. Like, if they both come over and Kansas City, Missouri fans have been They just like, it's like they wait in the shadows. It's like their thing. They just can't wait to dunk on somebody that might think Kansas City is in Kansas. Like, oh, and now they don't get that anymore. That their day is going to be ruined. Here we are. We don't even know the state capital of New Mexico. TJ thinks Rhode Island's a city. And all these people that have been waiting for the Kansas City, Missouri. Oh, man. I have definitely thought about that, and that has also made me smile. Cut us some slack, people. We'll come back. We got football picks in the next hour. You don't want to miss it.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
831001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Now, from Wichita's most listened to sports radio, 97.5 and 1240 KFH, this is Sports Daily.
All right, welcome back in, everybody. Sports Daily here. Man, what a Sunday, what a Thursday night football we had, TJ. We'll get into that here, then we'll make some football picks as we make our way through. If you missed all the Chiefs, Royals to the state of Kansas talk, you can go back and listen to all that on the Odyssey app. Maybe a little more of that later in this hour after we make picks. But it's been a blast here in the first part. It's been I say it's been a blast the last few weeks, but it's been exhausting the last few weeks trying to keep up with all these nuclear missiles with coaching retirements and changes and now stadium stuff. It's just been wild. But everything we have for you here is on tap, brought to you by the Wichita Brewing Company, where groups gather for holiday fun while everyone's in town. Make WBC your unofficial high school or college alumni meetup spot. More than 15 different beers, a Christmas cocktail list, pizzas everyone will love. Make Wichita Brewing Company the place where groups gather for the holiday season. Thanks to Prairie Fire Coffee this morning, which we need a little more of, TJ, because Thursday Night Football kept us up late. Overtime, Seahawks beat the Rams 38-37 with a massive fourth quarter comeback for the Seahawks to get this thing done. Wild stuff on Thursday night. What a game.
I agree. It was nuts. The 2-point conversion was one this is how Thursday nights typically go, because I always work on Thursday nights, is my group texts from you and everybody else just start blowing up after crazy plays happen. And I'm on set. I'm like, I don't know what I'll try to catch the rewind here. I'll run back to my desk and look at something. And then it was the 10 o'clock. I had to go out there at 10:28. My sports block started, and I was watching them, the Seahawks, or I think it was Seahawks, go down the field. And I was like sitting there, like tying my tie, waiting until the commercial break. I'm like, are they going to punch this in and force overtime? What are we doing here? And then I had to leave. Then I came back and the game was still on because we were in overtime. So I sat down and said, nobody talk to me. I need to see what happens here.
It's fantastic. What a game. Matt Stafford throws for 457 yards, likely cementing his spot as the league's MVP this year. 3 touchdowns, no Devontae Adams, no problem. It just meant throw it to Puka 16 times in the game, which worked out pretty well. 225 yards on 12 catches and 2 touchdowns for Puka, but it was the comeback for Seattle, that is the story here. And I don't know how they were able to do that. I think if these two teams, play again in the postseason or something, I would probably pick the Rams, but they didn't get it done on this day. And Seattle's looking pretty good to host games in that awesome, speaking of stadiums, and that awesome environment there in Seattle. Sam Darnold off to a little bit of a rough start in the game, ended up with an okay game, 2 picks though that he threw. But it's hard to imagine that the Rams lost that based on the way it was going. That's what made it so remarkable. The 2-point conversion thing, which, is it Terry McCauley on that crew? What a call by him. That may have been the best in-booth referee call of all time, right? How they all the networks have their in-booth ref officials or whatever. He called that one out. He's like, hang on, guys. Like, that might have been a backwards pass. Like, he was so on that, and I'm like, no way. No way he just got that called, and he did. And it was fantastic. all the storylines before the game about Puka Nacua. Number one, TJ, this will not surprise you. Who is Aiden Ross?
I don't really know who Aiden Ross is. He does live streams and TikToks and stuff. I don't know.
So you're too old for the stream game too, then. I don't like these street like Mr. Beast stuff. Like I don't know nothing. I got nothing for you. Got people watching people play video games, whatever.
I'm into that, but that's not even what he does. He's like he's basically a TikToker, and he will stream his everyday life because people think he's funny. And so he'll go around and hang out with celebrities and things like that. Like he did one with Mookie Betts the other day. I saw. Like, I don't really understand the allure.
Is he typically like a jackass, or is he fine?
Yeah, no, he is.
Oh, he is.
That's like his whole thing is being the funny guy.
Well, funny guy's one thing, but like, was he baiting Puka into?
No. He just thought that it was funny, basically.
Okay. All right. He's a Jewish guy.
Yes.
Is what I can surmise from the aftermath here. I don't know anything about that dance. Like that goes way over my head. Like
Me too.
I don't. Whatever. Puka clearly didn't know what any of that was. He apologized. The referee thing, I didn't really care about anyway. Like, yeah, that was funny. Like he said, the refs like to see themselves on TV. Like, who cares? Like, we're really like gonna lose sleep over the fact that a player's making fun of the refs. Like, come on. Like that part was overblown. The other part, certainly not overblown over my head, but it sounds like it was over Puka's head too. And he apologized. Like,
I think it's more so. It's more so.
Especially if a Jewish guy's telling you to do it. That's what I can't quite figure out. Like, was he baiting him to get him in trouble, or like what's going? I don't understand. But I don't know. I'm too ignorant to.
I don't know. That's a whole other story in itself. Even without that though, like there has been trouble about he was live streaming in the locker room, and like there's video, like the video of like his teammates, of his teammates telling him after a game. This was like a couple weeks ago. Like, hey, you can't be doing that. Turn that off. And he's like, man, I'm not doing that. And like. Didn't that happen?
It's weird for a guy who's been pretty soft-spoken and
he's like exactly. He's like taking a completely different, career arc this season, and then all this happens, and then he apologizes, and then immediately after the game, tweets about the refs about how bad they were, and like,
well, he's talking about that 2-point conversion call. Obviously, I just. Again, none of that bothers me. And so then you brought it up, and I went back and watched the McVay thing, and the reporters were fine. They were asking about Puka's comment on the ref after the game.
Yeah.
And then the follow-up to that was, do you wish he would kind of keep some of this stuff to himself?
Exactly.
So listen, McVay was pissed that they lost the game. So it brings up this. I kept thinking about Travis Kelce because he's been in the news for ducking the media lately too. And I'm like, let's stop pretending like humans don't have emotions. Like, it's annoying when you're in those rooms and you're working and you're just waiting to get Kelce to talk to you and he blows you off. Like, yeah, that pisses you off. It's annoying. But it's not anything more than that. Like, it's annoying part of the job, right? It is a part of the job. It's stupid. Coaches get mad in post-game press conferences and they're defensive and touchy. Part of the job, right? So I think we got to stop with the holier than thou. These guys owe us something. No, they don't. Like, they don't. Like, they should. And if they're contractually obligated, they should be there. And if they don't, then they should have punishment for it. But we're trying to, like, our job is to capture the emotion of the moment.
Correct.
I would say those reporters captured the emotion of the moment just fine with Sean McVay.
Oh, yeah.
When you first told me that, I was worried, like, it was one of those. No. We refuse to talk about anything but Puka on Aiden Ross's. Like, come on, like that was an incredible football game.
I got it. Yeah. I agree. It's such a weird conversation, especially for us that are actually reporters of like, and it's kind of really started being a big thing whenever the locker room debate of the NFL came out about the reporters need to be in the locker room. And I feel like most reporters are all just like, I don't care if we're in the locker room or not. We just need to talk to you guys. Like, come outside the locker room. And
a lot of that was because women are in those locker rooms, and
that's a whole other conversation.
There's a lot of NFL players that are not shy, and they're like, if you're coming in here, you're coming in here, man. I ain't changing anything. You're gonna see it all.
I'm saying the fact of that's the difference. I'm not getting into that.
But I think that's where that was born.
It was, but like reporters basically, and I think most reporters were just like, I don't care, like come outside, it's fine. But then there's the group of them that are just like you owe it to us that we need to be in there to like, this is where the real raw emotion comes out. Like it's a sacred place and we need to be able to share it. And it's like, I don't care. Like, and like, there's a lot of people
want that because you feel like it helps you give a better story. But again, like you're asking for something there that is not
just an example. I'm not getting into this. Just an example. But like there has been like a lot of people are just like, who does he think he is? Not answering my questions. And it's like,
I can't stand that.
They can do whatever they can do whatever they want, and I've come to terms with that. Sometimes you're not going to get an answer to your question. Our job is just to ask the question. Like that's all that you can do.
Your job is to say Travis Kelce blew us off after the game.
That's fine. It's your job to say that, but you can't like I'm not in the
story at that point. Like your job isn't to convey anything other than what's happening. You're just like, that's what happened after the game. We tried to talk Travis Kelce. He didn't want to talk. He blew us off. Okay.
Like the Marshawn Lynch thing, he did it first, I guess. I'm just here so I don't get fined. Like that's what he says. That's what you write. Marshawn Lynch refused to talk to reporters today, and
and you move on to the next thing, right? And there's probably a little bit of a difference between coaches and players. And there's responsibility there, and that's what makes a great leader who can get up there and take the live ammo. Chris Jones has handled this so well lately. Travis Kelce hasn't. He hasn't wanted to. Like, it's too emotional for him. Okay, fine. I hope it's not because he has a podcast, but whatever. It's his prerogative to do whatever he wants. He's never disrespectful. He just doesn't want to talk about it. And quite frankly, I get it. Like, he doesn't want to talk about it. Okay. I think Kelce's is more about he doesn't want to answer questions about his girlfriend.
I think that's what started that. He used to take questions even before the podcast, even with the podcast, and then it was
and I get that too. At that point, you're like, you're not asking me anything about football, or if I
think that allure has passed. Like, if any reporters are asking you about that, like that's a whole other conversation.
You don't think that's coming up? You don't think somebody's trying to get their viral tweet? Come on.
I mean, I'm sure they will, but that's a different conversation to have with a communications staffer at that point. Like, ask a question that's relevant. You know what I mean? Like, if you're not there for the right reasons.
I agree. It's funny. But anyway, takes away from what was a fantastic flipping football game last night. Man, that was good. We're going to pick some on the other side. Don't go away.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
Canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
310-1 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say, drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Time 1240.
Time to get busy.
This is Sports Daily on KFH.
All right, welcome back in, everybody, to Sports Daily. Glad to be here with you. Sports Talk on KFH, presented by Paramount Plus. Count on Sundays all season long with the NFL on CBS and Paramount Plus. You'll see the Chiefs on KWCH, Paramount Plus this weekend, and that is one of the games we are picking. We're going to go just a little bit different today, boys. We're going to do 4 college games since there are the 4 playoff games and then only a couple of NFL, so a slight tweak to the standard format. But we're here real quick before we do that. Pop quiz. Paul,
yes,
what
sir.
is the state capital of New Hampshire?
New Hampshire. Ooh, wow.
It's not Rhode Island.
No. TJ's guess was Rhode Island in the first hour. Brandon, anything? This came up.
Is it Salem?
I don't know. I keep asking. I think it's Concord, maybe. Let me look.
Maybe it is. You could say it, and I'm not even sure I recognize it.
I think it might be Concord.
Yeah, it's Concord. Boom. It's
wow.
We famously we know that it's Rhode Island, New Hampshire, and Albuquerque, New Mexico. It is not as Santa Fe. We've been all over the map. We were making fun of the fact that there's a lot of Missouri side Chiefs fans that are worried that the Chiefs are moving to Topeka and don't realize that Topeka is the state capital of Kansas, their next door neighbor. And that took us down the wild road of state capitals to see if any of us remembered, 6th grade geography.
Right. Well, I suppose you two geniuses have already probably talked about the fact. Did I read this right, that the Bears are looking at maybe finding a site in the state of Indiana?
That's right.
Did I read that right? I'm thinking to myself.
Same deal. Hey, we got Star Bonds here. Want to move the Bears to Hayes?
Hey,
Hayes
Topeka
Bears?
Bears, baby. Topeka Bears.
Let's go.
Max,
Garden
play the
City.
music. Play the music, Max.
Hey, sports bettors, ready for some picks destined to fail? It's time to hear what the Sports Daily staff thinks of the weekend games.
All right, TJ, what's the damage from last week before we make the picks?
Oh, what a week it was. Jacob Albrock goes 2-4. TJ goes 4-2. Tommy goes 4-2. Paul goes 4-2. And Brandon Zinner goes 5-1 on the week. So we have a lot going into this week, a lot riding on this. Currently, TJ Cleveland is the leader in the clubhouse again after last week. Still the leader in the clubhouse after my 4-2 week. I'm 52-49, but there's a new second place runner-up at this point, 50-51. Brandon Zinner has pulled himself from the depths of hell, from the jaws of defeat. He's back into second place, just below 500. Everybody else is still below 500 as well. Jacob is 49-52. Tommy's 47-54, and Paul is 47-54 as well. So,
disgusting.
TJ's still in the lead.
Just a disgusting week. So our order will go Brandon, TJ, Tommy, Paul, me. Hold me to that. Brandon, that means you were up first. Bama OU. Brandon, the Sooners favored by 1.5. They just beat Alabama not that long ago. What do you think?
Yeah, I'm torn on this one because you have can you really beat a team twice in a season? But Brent Venables is the Alabama killer. Alabama doesn't have the run game. It's in Oklahoma. I'm very reluctant on this, but and much to the dismay of my good friend Braxton Jones, Boomer Sooner, give me Oklahoma.
Oh, man. TJ, here we go. What do you think?
I might just have to ride with it as well, just because of the fact that it's in Norman. I want to see them kind of be good, I think, but I kind of don't because of the Big 12 stuff. But they got Jaron Kanik and Michael Boganowski, two former Kansas, and Brent Venables is a Salina South Cougar, so I will be pulling for them. Give me the Sooners.
That takes us to Tommy, I believe. Tommy is taking Bama. Paul, what do you think?
You know something, I can pick up a game right here on Brandon and TJ. I think you're going to take Oklahoma. That's what I think. I'm predicting that. I'm going to take Bama. I think Bama, you do not beat them twice in the same year.
I hate Bama so much. And I root for Oklahoma and Texas. I know I'm in the minority there, but I want to see the former Big 12 teams beat up on the SEC. I get it. I'm a weirdo that way. I'm going to pick Bama just because I know the universe wants me to be pissed off that Bama has advanced and they shouldn't have been in the first place and all that business. It's coming. I can feel it coming. I'm just going to take Bama and hope that I lose the pick.
Wow.
But hard to beat them twice. Alabama, in a lot of ways, kind of outplayed them the last time when they lost, so we'll see if they can do it again on the road. All right, Miami at A&M, -3.5. The Aggies at home. TJ and the Aggies in one of the best home fields take care of Miami.
Yeah, they got this pretty good offensive coordinator, I've heard. His name's Colin Klein. I think that they're going to get it done. I think that Miami was the fringe team to get in, so I'm kind of fading Miami here. A&M was one of the best teams in the country for a majority of the regular season, and they fell really far after one loss. I still think that they are a real good contender to win national championship. I'm taking the Ags.
All right, let's go. Tommy is also taking the Ags. Paul?
If you gave me 7.5 points, I would still take the Aggies. I'm taking Aggies. This is probably, this could be, other than the Oregon game, this could be the blowout of the day. I'm taking the Aggies as well.
I don't know if I think it's going to be a blowout necessarily.
Yeah, it's not going to be close.
I'm going to take the Aggies. I think that home field environment is too good. I do think they're better. Brandon, you've got a chance for a Miami Island here.
No, Miami shouldn't even be in the playoff. Give me the Eggs.
Sweep.
Wow. I did not expect that.
We're either all falling together or I'm not losing the game. I'm not taking an Island.
Yeah.
Now you're playing the game this way. Oh, I see how you are.
Okay, that'll be Tommy first then on Tulane at Ole Miss. Ole Miss 17.5-point favorites. Tommy's taking the points, 17.5 points. Paul, what do you think?
Well, that is a lot of points, and Tulane is not bad. They're not an SEC team. They're not a Big 12 team. They're not a Big 10 team. They're an American Conference team out of New Orleans. I'm going to take Ole Miss. I am going to give 17. That is a lot of points, but I'm going to go ahead and give the 17.5 and take Ole Miss.
Didn't Ole Miss promote the defensive coordinator?
Paul Golden.
Defense hadn't been great for them this year. I'm going to take the points. I'm going to take Tulane. Let's go small school, 17.5 points. I already went against my heart once with Alabama. I'm not doing it twice. Let's go small school. Give me the 17.5. I'll take Tulane. Brandon?
I think that atmosphere is going to be absolutely ruckus. They have a lot to play for. That coaching staff is going to be motivated. Those guys are going to be motivated on that team. And Paul knows about the NIL situation between Tulane and Ole Miss. They don't stand a chance. Give me the Rebels.
Tulane's a little private school. They probably got a little cash. TJ, where are you going on this one?
I like that we're now saying that Tulane's a private school since I learned that a week ago that they were a private school. I had no idea that they were a private school. The argument always goes that the last team in the playoff is always the team that's riding the hottest, even though they're not the last team in the playoff, I guess. They're the second to last team in the playoff. They get the at-large. Sorry, I don't know what the hell I'm saying. Tulane, 17.5. Give me the points.
You pretty much just guaranteed that you're taking James Madison. So we'll get to that one now. James Madison, 20.5 points at Oregon. That makes me first on this one, I believe. It makes Paul first. Paul, you're up first.
Yeah, this is a pretty easy one. I think this is going to sweep probably with Oregon. James Madison shouldn't even. This is a great reason why James Madison shouldn't be in the playoffs. I think James Madison and those kind of schools should have their own playoffs somewhere along the line, just like NAIA does and the Jayhawks or junior college.
Paul, what are you talking about?
I want a playoff for those kind of teams. James Madison does not belong in these playoffs. That's what I'm talking about. And you can tell by the size of the spread, 20.5 points. I mean, come on. You could say this could be 30.5, and a lot of people would still take Oregon. I'm taking Oregon. This is the easiest game of the week to pick.
Paul, is James Madison even a top 30 president?
Oh, he was a signer of the Declaration of Independence. He was one of the writers and the signers of that.
Yeah,
like a big deal.
down the list. Give me Oregon. Let's go to Brandon.
I'm taking James Madison. They have a good defense. You don't know anything about the Dukes. That's right. They are going to go into Oregon. I don't believe in this Oregon team. They haven't done very much to show me all year. And 20.5 is just a lot of points. We're just going to hope for a low-scoring game, and it's going to be 24-7, and I cash this.
TJ?
I'm with Brandon. PJ Glasser told us all about James Madison's defense yesterday.
He also
didn't
said
pick him. I can't believe he didn't pick him after saying that. He said their defense is great. It's going to be a really good game. They're going to surprise a lot of people. But Oregon's going to win by 21. Is James Madison going to score negative points or something? They could cover 20.5 points. It's going to be, I agree, like 17 to 3 probably.
I think his point was they won't score more than 10.
See my hat, guys, right there?
We the people, baby. We the people. And
you
want to
jump on that bandwagon now, Paul. You were hating on him.
And you want to relegate him to FBS Division 2.
NAIA, I believe is what was said there.
They're going to play friends.
Tommy's taking Oregon. All right. So we go now to the NFL. Chiefs, Titans. It's so funny because teams play eliminated all the time, right? This is not a new thing for the NFL for a team to be eliminated, but I've never been more confused as to what to expect from a team. I don't know the Titans are bad. The Titans don't I don't know what to do here. I think the injury list though for the Chiefs is so massive right now. They're not going to take any risks in playing guys, although it sure sounded yesterday like Chris Jones was going to play. But all these guys not practicing, I won't be surprised if none of them play. I'm going to take the Titans and the points. It's at home. There's a spot for Cam Ward to do something to kind of open people's eyes a little bit against a hobbled Chiefs teams with Gardner Minshew. I'm going to take the Titans. I'm going to take the points. Brandon?
I'm also going to take the Titans. They've looked better under Mike McCoy. I think they just have a little bit of fight. Jeffrey Simmons is one of the best defensive players in the league. That laundry list of injuries, like you said, I've bet against the Chiefs when they've been healthy, and it's done dividends for me. So let's go ahead and pick against them again this week. Give me the Titans.
Yeah, that's true. I've been. This will be. I'm out on the Chiefs officially, just so everybody knows. TJ.
I know I need to dig back. I don't think I've picked the Chiefs since September, probably. So I'm with this one as well. I think that the best point on this, I saw somebody on social media said yesterday, I don't remember what it was, is that I can't believe the line is only 3, because if you've watched the Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes covers up a whole lot of ugly. And if there's not Patrick Mahomes out there, it could get a whole lot of ugly. We'll see what it looks like with the laundry list of injuries, as well as a team that's been one of the most undisciplined in football this season. I think the Titans could win this game.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, is it a Titans money line bet? We're talking about, yesterday. And so here's who hasn't practiced this week: Leo Chenal, Jalen Moore, Rashee Rice, Juwan Taylor, Tyquan Thornton. None of them have practiced. McDuffie at least got back out there yesterday. Chris Jones is limited. Like, who are they going to run out there on defense? Like, what are they going to do, Paul? Like, how do you even handle this?
I do not know. I'm almost surprised we're picking this game. I'm not even quite sure I would have taken the Chiefs if Mahomes was playing. Come on now. Let's face it. This is a team that's had a certain amount of problems all year long, and I don't see how without Mahomes the Chiefs will be competitive. Nothing to play for. Who cares? Let's stay healthy for my contract for next year. This is almost a no-brainer. I'm taking the Titans. Come on, guys.
Guys don't have contracts yet.
Avoiding a Chiefs island. Wow.
What are the Titans playing for? By the way, Tommy takes the Titans. Did anybody take the Chiefs?
No. Titans sweep.
Wow.
It's the first. Here's some stats for you. First sweep on Sports Daily picks since week 7. We all picked TCU over K-State. We all lost that one. And then the week before, we all picked the Chiefs over the Jags on Monday Night Football, and we all lost that one.
Wow. Speaking of the Jags, that's our last one. Jags at Broncos. The battle of the frauds, -3. I know, I got to get off that one too. Both teams finding ways to win games. Which one is less fraudulent, though, is the way we can go with this. Brandon, I believe you're up first. Who's the smaller fraud? You're not.
I don't think I'm up first. I started this whole. Yeah, no,
6 games, 5 picks. Yeah, we got 5.
I just don't know what to do this game. I was trying to cheat my way. Give me the Broncos. You hate the Broncos more than you hate the Jags. So
that's true.
And I've been on both of these teams. They're 2-0 against the Chiefs this season for a reason. Give me the Broncos.
I do. Your statement is correct. I don't dislike the Jaguars. I just thought for a minute they weren't any good, and they have been beating some really bad teams. Neither one of these teams are going to the Super Bowl, I don't think. But they're making their case. I'll give them that. All right. So you've got Denver. Tommy's got Denver. TJ.
I'm going to go with the Paul Savage approach on this one. I don't think the Jags will be able to play in that mile-high atmosphere. A lot of surrounding things. They may pick up hiking, be distracted for the game, won't be ready to play in this one. I do think that Mile High is actually a tough place to play this season, as the defense is unreal for the Denver Broncos. I think the Jags are a fraud. I'm starting to think that the Broncos aren't a fraud, but I still think the Jags are a fraud. I'm taking the Broncos.
Listen, fraud has been too aggressive for me, but whatever. It's sports radio. We're having fun. I kind of think the Jags are better than the Broncos. I think Jacoby Myers has made a big difference for Trevor Lawrence. They have been missing a lot of play. To be fair to them offensively, Brian Thomas hasn't really been healthy all year. They've been missing dudes. Jacoby Myers has been a big difference maker. They got Brenton Strange back. Trevor Lawrence has some weapons to throw to. Travis Etienne's kind of finding a groove. I think in the big picture, the Jags, I would say, I think are probably a little better than Denver, but they have been beaten up on some really bad teams. So can they go on the road and do it? I'll take the points here. I'll take the 3 points. I'm really interested to see this game. This is a fascinating game, but I'm going to take the points. Paul?
One of the satisfying things about doing these Friday football picks this year is that I have lived in the head rent-free of TJ all year long. So, he just dissects and looks at all of my picks and critical or complimentary. And it's just such an honor, TJ, to live rent-free in your head. Thank you for that. It's really made my season a lot of fun. And also the Jags are an interesting team. They're a team that has surprised many people, although I don't think the surprise is real because they've got to go play in Mile High Stadium. That's 5,280 feet above sea level. I'm taking Denver.
All right, there it is. Did I get a Jags Island on that? I did get a Jags Island.
That's not a bad island.
Come
Jacob,
on,
that's
Trevor
not
Lawrence.
Bad Island. Come on,
Prove
that's
the
not
haters
bad.
wrong. We've
These are
been with
unhinged.
you all year. Prove the haters wrong, Trev. Let's go.
I love that Brandon is in second place. I'm in first place, and we have every pick the same except for Tulane Ole Miss. That's the game to tune into, folks. The best defense is offense.
Unless, of course, you guys miss them all, except that one. And then my comeback begins now. The comeback begins now. Brandon, appreciate it. You guys get the holiday week off there at the
No, we'll head up to Kansas City Wednesday, hang out up there for the weekend, and then I'll probably be sitting back watching the two-time playing champs take our Wichita Fantasy Football League championship home, and just life's gonna be good.
You might be playing this guy right here.
Enjoy going against Puka Nacua again next week.
Yeah, enjoy me having Stafford and Darnold on the bench last
On
night.
your bench. Yeah.
So that I could start Jacoby Brissett and Brock Purdy.
Smart.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Choices were made.
Paul, Merry Christmas.
Same to you, my friend.
Oh, wait, you're sticking around. We'll still have Paul.
Oh,
Christmas.
okay.
Brandon.
Do we do picks next week, next Wednesday?
We can maybe you know what? We'll probably move them up because it's the playoff, the college football playoff.
Yeah.
We got to pick James Madison again.
We got to pick, but we'll pick next week. We'll do it.
Don't be
before the
ducking
holiday
us.
break. All right. That's it. We're gonna take a quick break. There's your picks. We've got the records kept. We're coming back with a little more Sports Daily. Don't go away.
Lightning, hail, tornadoes, flooding. It's the worst of severe weather, and it's coming. Spring brings warmer temperatures, but also dangerous weather conditions. Stay up to date day or night with the Storm Team 12 weather app. You'll get accurate forecasts, so you can plan ahead and stay safe, no matter the weather. Download the Storm Team 12 weather app, brought to you by Stutzman's Greenhouse.
The future of television has arrived. Next Gen TV is here with stunning video, movie theater quality sound, enhanced voice clarity, and interactive features, all upgradable for the future. Learn more at watchnextgentv.com.
The canvas of our imagination. They tell a story. Clouds affect the events of your day. Sometimes they growl, sometimes they inspire, but they're always the messengers of nature's mood, written in the sky. Storm Team 12 understands the language of clouds. We're dedicated to decoding their message, so you know what to expect. Behind every cloud, there is a story waiting to be told. Trust Ross Jansen and Storm Team 12, alerting you first to the impact on your life.
We are following a breaking update.
Every day, all day, stream the stories that have you talking near and far.
Whoever is behind the wheel of this bus is not stopping.
From hundreds of local reporters and meteorologists spanning the country.
Chaos here this morning at the UW campus.
Search LNL for the all-new Local News Live streaming app.
Odyssey is one of the most influential audio and entertainment brands in the nation. You already know Odyssey's iconic local radio brands in Wichita. But did you know Odyssey has the country's best collection of music, news, and sports brands? Odyssey is also a premium podcast creator, major event producer, and digital innovator. Odyssey brings people together across the country and right here in Wichita. Odyssey also delivers meaningful radio and digital audio results. Find out our story and impact at odysseyinc.com/Wichita.
Make yourself known now.
31001 in traffic pursuit.
Oh my God, here.
Investigate TV Plus begins with real people.
We investigate stories that impact you.
And inspire change every day.
Something is broken.
Real problems.
Why are they hiding it?
And real solutions.
My daughter was dying in front of me.
What was your reaction when he said that?
Investigate TV Plus, weekdays at 3:30 p.m. on KWCH.
Sometimes people tell us, I don't get it, it's just tea. But let me tell you, we are so much more than just tea. With 20 plus flavors of sweet and unsweet iced tea, the possibilities are endless. Come on in and try them all for free to find your favorite or get us on the go for your busy lifestyle. And don't miss happy hour every day. So the next time someone tells you it's just tea, tell them to come by and find out why we say drink tea, be happy.
Jim Rome here, lighting up your afternoons on The Jim Rome Show. Catch me starting at 2 on Wichita's #1 sports radio, Kansas Fan Headquarters, 97.5 and 1240 KFH.
Mornings are busy. We're here to make your mornings better. We report the stories that affect you.
3 more hospital lies from contaminated apple juice just a day after the FDA issued a recall.
We're here to make your mornings better.
Closing east and westbound lanes of K96 for repairs.
With 12 News, you're prepared for your whole day.
Scattered thunderstorms across the state into the afternoon.
Stay a step ahead with 12 News this morning on KWCH and KSCW.
Welcome back in, everybody. High school sports coverage on Sports Daily, brought to you by Zintex Remodeling Group. Remodel your bathroom in as little as one day with Zintex Remodeling Group, ZINTEX.com. Also a Friday Fit, guys. Paul, we need to get you one of these bad boys from our friends over at 35x70 Golf Co. Have you seen these hats? Have you seen their stuff, Paul?
Yes,
you're a man of
you've showed me a
style.
few. I haven't seen it all, but you've showed me a couple, and I like it a lot.
I need to get you one of these hats. In fact, Merry Christmas. We'll find a way to get you one of these. You can go online, 35x70golfco.com, and look at all their great selection of all their gear. They've got some clothing, obviously, some hats, some merch, some driver covers, all kinds of good stuff. 35x70golfco.com. All right, welcome back in here to Sports Daily. Let's be honest with the people here. I want to know genuinely, and I'll be honest about this too. Tomorrow morning, 11 o'clock. How many people at 11 o'clock are flipping on Miami, Texas A&M? You will.
I mean, I would if I wasn't doing things.
But you're not gonna make it a priority, right?
No.
Yeah, I'm not either. I'm certainly.
But I do have a rooting interest because of Colin Klein.
I have a lot of rooting interest in these games. My point on this question is we've had to wait too damn long to get to these games. I think it is such a disservice to college football to wait the amount of time we wait, which is basically now just become a time to change coaches and portal news. Like, why is it that we cannot start these the next week after the season ends? I don't understand it. Next week is Christmas break. You can tell me finals week? Is that what we're going to do? It's because it's finals week they can't do it? Like it to me, like they lose so much momentum. I am far more inclined to watch the meaningful NFL games on Saturday evening than I am to watch James Madison and Oregon play. And that sucks. James Madison, Oregon should be a game we're excited about. It's David versus Goliath, in which we've seen sometimes David win those matchups. But now, like, unless I know James Madison, like if you get me in the second half and you tell me that game's close, yeah, I'm going to jump into it. But I'm not watching that game start to finish. Like, there's too much other stuff. And college football does this to itself. And I think if this was last weekend, we would be locked into this. But we sit here and wait. We start thinking about other things. It drives me crazy.
Well, you're a TV guy. I'm kind of surprised that this isn't what you said. I thought you would say something to the effect, well, obviously the guys that studies the numbers and with regards to ratings and everything else, there's a reason they're delaying these games. It's because that's where they'll have the maximum amount of TV sets tuned in. And by the way, James Madison is no Appalachian State. Come on, let's face that. James Madison is not going to beat Oregon. It's not Appalachian State. And their big victory against, who was it? Michigan. Was it Michigan? Michigan.
It was Michigan. You remember when Boise State beat Oklahoma?
And then boy, I was watching that game. Are you kidding?
Do you remember when Cincinnati made the playoff after 2 straight unbeaten years pre-Big 12?
This is not that, though. Jacob, that's my point. This is not that.
But the point is we have to have a place for that. That's all. That's the only reason James Madison's there.
Gotcha. I got you. To give all the little guys hope. And now what you do is you really kind of make a mockery, because there are a lot of football teams that got
it's not a mockery. Paul, a mockery is letting Florida State go unbeaten for a year and not put them in because their quarterback got hurt. Mockery is having 2 teams out of 200 make a championship game or any sort of postseason. That's a mockery. This isn't a
all
mockery.
Right. Well, there's plenty of mockery to go around in there. At least it seems like it in college football. But I get it and I understand it. And I don't know, because I haven't missed it because I knew it was coming. See, that's sort of where I'm at with this. Didn't get to see it last weekend, did I? Didn't get to see any college football. Oh, I guess there were a couple things on with some of the conferences were having championship games or whatever those, but there was no college football. I was okay with that because, Jacob, I knew it was coming. Here it comes. I'm looking forward to it. I think this is as good a time as any to have it for me. I've got it this weekend, and I'm happy about that. So to me, I knew they were coming, and I'm just assuming some egghead at the networks was saying, this is the weekend we need to do it.
It hurts it, TJ. It doesn't help ratings to play your most meaningful games when people are busy with the holidays, not paying attention.
I don't know. I think that there is a part of it. That's when people aren't working either. That's when people are home for the holidays. But I understand that home for the holidays is not, in reality, it's you're driving around and going to Christmas parties and everything of that nature as well. But I think that's the goal for this stuff. I think that's why Christmas Day football does so well. I think you just try to get it. That's why bowl games are played at this time of the year. And they try to stack them around New Year's Day for all the good ones and things like that. I think that it's more so the fact of they do this because they want the next round to be New Year's weekend. Is the goal of
what if we go to 16, is the thought that this corrects itself? If we go to 16,
it wouldn't make a difference. It'd be more games.
It would,
this
because if you're still trying to hit the New Year's games when you do,
move them up.
You'd have to play the other ones to get the other 4 teams in. You'd have to play them a week earlier.
You just play more. You just play more games this week, wouldn't you?
No, I kind of like the idea, Jacob.
Because I think you'd take the bye away in 16. I don't think there's a bye in a 16 teamer anymore.
No, I don't see how there could be. But
I think at that point you have another round. Of
there would be 16 teams playing this
I get
week,
what you're
and
saying.
then 8 teams playing next week. Yeah,
that's true.
Same way that there's 8 teams playing next week this year.
It's still a dang problem. It's then add a game to the end of the regular season.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like take my idea of playing a conference semifinal game and have the regular season end a week later. Then, because we can't And what it will fix is you won't have the teams that get a bye not playing football for 3 weeks, which is what happens now, I suppose, because they would have to then play this week. So it helps a little bit, but we don't need a week off. Just play the games. Just roll it right through. I don't know. I could be wrong about that. I'm willing to be wrong. I just think it kills the momentum of college football to sit and wait. And all we've talked about with college football for the last 2 weeks has nothing to do with the games that are being played. We've talked about coaching changes and transfer portal. That's it.
It's true. It changes the topics of conversation, I would say. But I think that, as for the actual, people watching the game, I don't think it changes anything, honestly. I think that it does change the fact that it gives you breathing room to talk about other things. If it was that next week, it would be, man, I can't believe Texas Tech rolled BYU in the championship game. Can you imagine what it's going to be like whenever they play Alabama in 6 days? Like that.
Yeah, that's what we want. That's what we get in every other sport, right? We don't take a week off before we play the NCAA basketball tournament. You play conference championship games. It's Selection Sunday. you're at your site opening that tournament 3 days later sometimes, or 2 days for some of the teams to start the NCAA basketball tournament.
Well,
that's what we need with college. I hate it. It drives me. I hate that we do so many things to shoot college football in the foot. Why don't we want a bigger playoff? Why do we wait so long to play these games? Why are we so hell-bent on a bowl game that nobody cares about? Just call them all a bowl game. Like, it does, play them all neutral site. Like, some of this stuff is too simple. I can't figure it out.
The easiest thing that they can do is that they make this the week after conference championship weeks, and there will be logistical issues with this, but everybody would be on board, I promise. You move it to be last weekend is when it starts. All the top seeds in this round get a home game. All the top seeds in next round also get a home game.
It's only going to get worse because the Big Ten and the SEC, this is what they want. They're getting what they want. They're getting tons of teams into the playoffs. So I don't know that it's going to get better, Jacob. It could.
Well, look, that's a different conversation too. I don't think that. Look, most years the SEC deserves more teams in than everybody else. Let's be honest; they have better teams.
You're right.
The Big Ten, less so. The Big Ten is very top heavy, but it's also got a lot of teams that are way worse than any team in the Big 12. So I don't that part of it. When we get to 16, if there are years where 7 of those teams are SEC schools, probably those 7 teams deserve to be there. And that's somebody that, and I hate the SEC, right? That's why I still root for Oklahoma and Texas and A&M to beat them, because at least they used to be Big 12 teams, right? But that part of it, to me, I don't even think is that big a deal. I'd like to see a couple Big 12 teams get in, but I've said forever, as long as you give me conference champions in, I'm going to have to be satisfied, because that's always been the biggest flaw. So I have to stick to that. Just get me a Big 12 representative in there, and I've got to be satisfied with it, because that's better than we've ever had before. How many not Texas, not Oklahoma, Big 12 teams have we had representing the conference in a college football playoff of any kind, Paul, over the years?
Well, even when Baylor was winning conference championships, they didn't even get that. So it's
got TCU one year.
We ever get a BCS? Did we ever get a BCS one?
Texas or Oklahoma, yes.
Yeah.
But not Texas and Oklahoma?
Well, I
don't
get
think
the
so.
I get the point. No, and your point is very well done. I get that. But on the other hand, somehow there's got to be some – you can't take the advantage away from any advantage that the Big 12 or the ACC would have by doing the way they're doing it now, because – in a way, it's almost penalizing other conferences, isn't it? I think it might be, but I don't. But I guess it's, you look at the SEC and Jacob, your statement when you said, yes, they deserve 6 teams. They may deserve 6 teams. Those 6 teams are probably better than most of the championship or the top 2 teams in the Big 12 or the ACC. You got a good point there. I'm not sure what the answer is to that, but it's a heck of a good question.
A quick search says West Virginia got in there. To the BCS, though, I don't know that that's accurate.
I don't remember that. Maybe it did. Maybe
Kansas State. It says Kansas State got in there in 2004 and 2013. So that's not right.
No, I said they got KU and K-State have gotten close since the turn of the century.
Yeah, that's not correct. So I don't. Not that I can remember, but that's a set. Like, I am more bothered by the schedule of this than I am the teams that get in. Was that way last year and this. I cannot believe that we won't see the 4 best teams in the country for 3 weeks after the season ends. I can't believe that you're putting them at a severe disadvantage by taking that much time off and having to play a team that got to play the week before. We saw it last year. Those teams struggled last year.
We'll see. I know. We'll see if that is a thing that happens. PJ Glasser had a good point when we talked to him about that yesterday, is that, correlation does not always mean causation, but there is a little bit of correlation that you can make an argument for. And if it happens again this year, then you're really going to have some correlation of the fact of teams. And the thing that really kills you this year, that it may change in the future, and if there's 16 teams, it will change, that Ohio State, Indiana, Texas Tech, and who's my one I'm missing here? Georgia. All are the top 4 seeds. They get buys, which means, hey, hang out for 2.5 weeks and then you'll play your games. And by the way, teams 5 through 8 get to host a home game at their stadium and bring in a billion for their city. You guys can go play this one in Miami or in Dallas. Put it in an NFL stadium. They don't want that. They want to play at their place.
Well, I know, but if we're worried about the bowls, just expand that out, and you can play home. I don't care. I honestly, that's not the part I care about either. I just don't want to wait so long to see the most important games of the year. It's counterintuitive. Like, we're all excited about it, and then we have to just sit here and wait and talk about the transfer portal for 2 weeks. All right, we'll come back. We got a little more Sports Daily. Don't go away.